I mean, I'm hoping there's time where they can say, yo, here's a bunch of side quests so you can finish your kingdom. Oh no! Roland's got the dankness in him!
Roland! What?
What the heck is going on? Haha, I'm okay. Anyway, never mind me. Did you see that sky? Batu and the others went out on patrol over that way, didn't they?
Gosh.
Gosh, yes they did. Yeah, well, I feel like we really need to talk about the dark ooze coming out of you, Roland. Oh no, it's scary. Oh, it's more scary now. Is that a meteor? Are we gonna, like, just go over there, hang out with it? Just a big ball of evil. It's shielded. We can't do anything with it. I see that shield.
It's torn the very sea asunder.
Oh yeah, no sea. It's not as shielded now. Is it Godzilla? Yo, that's not the head I was expecting. But I see its core, I gotta damage the core. Yeah, okay, there's a big monster we might have to fight, but can I recruit some people?
If it is, it's the biggest I've ever seen.
Oh look, the sea's back. I don't even want to look at Bastion. Ha 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 ha. The Horned One has returned to us at last. Now the people of this pathetic world shall give their souls to bring my beloved Alessandra back to me. Oh, he has a sympathetic cause. Maybe if he wasn't stupid about it. What is that, like life force? I wonder how this fight's gonna turn out. There's a lot of just random stuff happening to this. Oh, more monsters. Those look kind of like the, I need to, like, get a better look at them. They almost look like those Ice Queens from Ni no Kuni 1. More citizens for my kingdom, more power for my king's bond. He's looking for citizens too! And with every soul I steal, the more glorious my realm will become. I gotta recruit more citizens before he does. We're screwed. No way we're gonna beat that.
There.
You are in Majesty, back in one piece, near enough.
Forgive me.
I'm afraid we have some rather troubling news to impart. Haven't you seen it on Leafbook? We sure do, but I think you've probably guessed what it is. I don't know. Let's go do some fun stuff. That's the lady! I want to recruit her. It's hard to believe, but my sources assure me it's true. Evan has actually got Ding Dong Dell to join forces with him and became part of the Union. Yes, you heard that right. Even has buried the hatchet with Mossinger and added his old kingdom to the Union. This cannot be true. So the 4 great kingdoms are united? Well, it's technically 5 great kingdoms now. Am I dreaming? King Evan is amazing. How does he do it? Does this mean there will be no more war? Yes, an era of cooperation has surely dawned. Seems the world really is coming together. It still hasn't quite sunk in. Joining the Union has been good for Goldpaw. Welcome back to my occasional look at folks with talent to spare. This time around, I would like to introduce you to Yappy, military maestro who always keeps his cool in the heat of battle. He's a real inspiration for aspiring swordsmen everywhere. Goodness, what a dashing young man. Pa, what use are good looks in battle? Yappy is a formidable fighter, I assure you. Well, either way, he is still very dashing. Truly, I am green with envy. I was starstruck as I approached the goddess of good luck at the Lucky Star Casino and asked her if I could take a picture. Her many admirers glared at me, but they needn't have worried. She gave me my picture, but then ordered me never to speak to her again. She has such a beautiful eye. This lady definitely takes no nonsense. She is far too beautiful for the likes of me. She's truly a paragon of canine charm. I would propose to her if I had the nerve. I would not be brave enough to speak to her. Well done for getting a picture of her. I'm sure she is even more radiant in person. Gotta recruit her. Next bright star I would like you to make an acquaintance of is an agricultural expert by the name of Lady Trudy. She burns with ambition to have the finest farm in the whole of the 5 kingdoms, and she has the verve and grit to actually make it happen. She looks very grand indeed. It's a fine thing to be ambitious. Alright, good on you guys. I guess I should talk to them at least. It'll tell me if I get to a point of no return, I would assume. That does sound bad. I was too busy looking at Leaf Book, though. So the Hern one really has returned. Indeed, we encountered the creature in the sky above the blackened island. I recorded it on a memolith. You need to see this. There he is. It appeared along with a large landmass, which we can only assume to be the continent that we lost when the Hern one was sealed away. That was lost when he was sealed away. It's enormous. Look, it's Longfang. Not just Longfang, lad. The whole blessed lot's there. Brine Skimmer, Bastion, and Oakheart too. 'Tis a veritable Kingsmaker conference. But there is something different in their bearing. These are not true Kingsmaker. They are facsimiles. Created through the power of the stolen King's Bond, I would assume. Well, whatever they are, they created some kind of barrier to protect the Horned One. Oh, he's so angry. Indeed, and the moment the barrier was raised, the fiend began absorbing a succession of spheres of pure light.
What the?
Spheres of... what could they be? If you will give me just a moment, Roland. Scant moments after absorbing the first of these spheres, the Hern one began to expel a great cloud of black creatures. They do not look like what I thought they looked like. They are more blob-like in appearance, and definitely do not look like the Ice Queens. They all have some variety to them, though. Yeah, and they went flying off in every direction. Luckily, not too many of them headed this way. Urgh, they look horrible. Now, as you to the nature of these spheres of light, as to the nature of, I don't know where I got you from. It is my belief that they were souls, distillations of the very essence of life. The Horned One is absorbing the souls of the people of the world and transforming them, enslaving them.
Oh my.
That's awful. Remember what Loren did to Vermin, when the life was leached from him, when he became little more than a walking corpse. This is what happens when a person's soul is stolen. And you're saying that's happening to people all over the world, even as we speak. They're being turned into the living dead. How can we turn them back?
Well,
I cannot say for certain, but it must surely be a way. And how come there's none around these parts as have had their souls taken hostage, I ask ye? Because of our Kingsmaker, I think, maybe, I don't know. I think we may have lofty things for that. See, I was right on money.
Norman!
Hey, me, I ain't doing nothing, man. Nothing, I swear. You didn't have to. What's the one thing our nation has and the others don't anymore? That's right, a Kingsmaker. You didn't even let people guess, Bracken. The bond between you and Evan is still strong. That means we're protected.
Yeah!
Not bad, Mr. Kingsmaker. Not bad.
Mm-hmm. And it though.
Ain't it though? Reckon I had a little inkling it might be something like that. Stands to reason, don't it? Me being all important and that. Why has he done all this? Why would he be so desperate to bring back the Horned One in the first place? I believe I can help you there, Messenger. Oh, never mind. Hello. You can leave, Hydropolis. That's fine. Your Majesty. You must forgive the intrusion, Evan, circumstances being what they are. Not at all. You're very welcome.
No.
Now, on the subject of who DeLorean is and what exactly he might want, I believe I have some information that may clarify things a little further. 2,000 years ago, he was the ruler of a nation known as Allegoria, and he made a pact with the Horned One. Though his was a small and insignificant kingdom, I can't talk at all. By enlisting the aid of such a Kingsmaker, he thought to make Allegoria great, to bend this singular evil to his will. That tallies with what Niall told us back when we first learned about DeLorean. But things did not go according to plan. Instead, a terrible tragedy befell the realm. Far from growing great, it disappeared from the world entirely. It is believed that he was unable to contain the fiend's all-consuming corruption, and that the entire continent Allegoria stood upon was spirited away to a place between worlds. Are we gonna have to get back there somehow? Whatever happened, DeLorean would appear to be determined to revive this vanished land. Unless if the land the Horned One is on is that right now. But why? Why would he want to bring it back after all these years? Wouldn't you want to bring back your kingdom? I'm sure there were many people there that he liked. I don't know, but I think I understand why he needed all those king's bonds now. Without them, he wouldn't hope to control something so powerful. Well, whether we've an inkling as to why or not, I'd say the swabbed wishes is more than a little close to coming true. So the kingdom-sized chunk of land appeared alongside that great creature, that's for certain. But if DeLorean got what he wanted, why would he be stealing everyone's souls? He needs followers, subjects. The more powerful he grows, the more powerful his Kingmaker grows in turn. And one whose ambitions stretch as far as enlisting the aid of such an utterly evil being will surely not be satisfied with merely recovering his lost realm. No, now that he has the means at his command, it would seem he intends to bring all the peoples of the world under his dark dominion. If he wants to take over the whole world, well, we can't let him, we won't.
Yeah.
And how exactly are we supposed to stop him? You saw the size of that mountain of spikes he calls his Kingsmaker, didn't you? There is one possibility. Aw, sick, Mornstar. I actually was starting to think that Mornstar wouldn't actually come back. But it showed up in the movie, so I assumed it would still be a thing. Oh, no, yeah, okay. So in the... Spoilers for the movie, if anyone cares. For whatever reason, in the movie it was a sword, and I assumed it had to do with this game, because obviously it was a wand before. Mornstar. The sword said to have sealed away the Horned One's evil all those centuries ago. Mornstar? Alas, its whereabouts are no longer known. Probably in the submarine or the desert or something. But there is yet time. The great evil gathers its forces still. If the sword can be found before it reaches its full strength, we may yet stand a chance. But how do we find it if nobody knows where it is? How indeed, any tale 2 millennia in the making will most certainly be more fantasy than fact by now, and surely no records from the time remain. 2,000 years, eh? I think we might know just where to find records from that far back, don't you, Evan? Oh,
Oh.
of course, the librarian Goldpaw. You would think anyone, like, in this whole world would think, yeah, that's a place that has a lot of books. You're right, if anything from back then did survive, you can bet Bodley will know about it. And it seems we have a plan of action. We will inform the rulers of the other realms of all that has come to pass. We will rally them to the cause and make ready to take the Horned One by force. You will seek out further clues as to the Mornstar's whereabouts. Alright. Very well, until we meet again. I thought it would be really funny if she decided to walk out after teleporting in. Alright, so now I think would be a good time to do loads of side quests when you know there's kind of a big problem happening, but whatever. Did you see that what I just saw? This huge thing just fell from the sky. I don't know about you, but I've got a bad feeling about this just when things were looking up for the world. I felt the ground shake. What is happening? It seems to fall into the ocean. Whatever it is, I can see it from here. What's going on? Someone? Anyone? This is totally freaking me out. Could this really be the end? We're doomed. Doomed, I tell you. As soon as anyone hears more, post it here. This had to happen on my day off. I like that Kitty was the one I said I wanted to recruit, so maybe. As long last, the criminal can be free to walk around without fear of being attacked. Kitty, now's not the time. There's a giant monster. I will never forget what Messenger did to King Leonard, but if Evan can forgive him, then perhaps one day I can too. Finally, I can go back to my home. There are even Grimmleton guards again. Does this mean the kingdom's safe to visit? Of course it is. We are not at war, you know. Maybe you can forgive Messenger, but I can't. Hey, that guy. He's going back to Ding Dong Dell. Ever since King Leonard was overthrown, I have been playing my trade in Cloud Coil Cannon, but finally seems I can return to Ding Dong Dell. I would like to thank all my loyal Cloud Coil Cannon customers. I hope you'll pay me a visit at Swift Solutions. How many loyal customers did you have there? It's off to whatever, said Lofty. Hanging out by himself. Alright, we have to see if anyone in my kingdom has side quests, which I bet they do. It'll take us 12 years to get back to Gold Pod. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go, like, straight to Ding Dong Dell, I think. Once we got what we need.
Hey.
You haven't seen Newbie around this place anywhere, have you?
Not exactly.
Newbie? Why is everything alright? Not really. Something kind of bad happened. He's dead. So I was talking to this guy about a weapon tech and stuff, and I happened to mention the kind of work we can and can't give Newbie. Turns out he was listening, and the next thing I knew, he ran off without saying a word. Didn't he master his skill already? I don't know what he thought he heard. Anyhow, ever since then, he's been acting really weird, like a super cold. I'll just be like, hi, and he's like, oh, like, whatever, man. Oh, he's, you know, puberty. He's like a kid. I'm sure it's all just some stupid misunderstanding, but I can't fix things until I know what's going on with him, you know? Oh dear, perhaps I could go and talk with him.
Thanks.
You do that? Oh man, if you could, you'd really be helping me out. Thanks, Your Majesty. We get dream prisms from that. I'll make it active. Where is he? Wrong button. He's just over there.
Hello?
Hello, Bygone. What are you up to? Came to collect the latest piece of armor that we sent to Fido to be repaired, but the foolish boy is nowhere to be seen. Just where has he disappeared to? Oh, I'm sure he hasn't gone far. Let me go and look for him.
Oh,
Thank you, Your Majesty. He really is nothing but trouble, that grandson of mine. Oh, I'm kind of glad that we actually have some kind of granddad quest, because it felt like there should have been. I just kind of forgot that Bygone was the one that had to do with that quest. Every time I hit the wrong button, and that's all the way over there. So let's go find Newbie. What's Andrew doing over here? Beep beep boop. Batu has been showing a lot of interest in my work recently, but please don't let him investigate them too thoroughly. Boop boop. Alright, Newbie, get over yourself. Oh, there you are. What are you doing all the way up here, Newbie? King Evan, I am just examining the soil here. I am thinking about how various metals are formed and so on. Why do you need something? I need you to get back to work. Not really, it's just what I've been speaking to Brody. Did something happen between you two? Brody, oh. No, nothing. It's simply that, well, I was under the impression that he considered me an equal, a fellow weapon maker, but it seems I was wrong. You see, I heard him speaking about me with one of his friends. Is it gonna be something stupid like Brody was saying, these are the jobs that Newbie can't do because they're beneath them? Newbie is just that fucking great at weapon stuff. Speaking about me with one of his friends. He said I was not to be allowed to work on certain weapons. He's just a kid, man. That is what he said.
Oh.
I see, that doesn't sound like he was a misunderstanding. Brody always praises me to my face, but now I have learned that his true opinion of me is rather different. You don't know that for sure, newbie. Perhaps he meant something different. But I understand how you feel. Thank you for telling me. I better go and see what Brody has to say about this. I was supposed to talk to you a while ago.
Hello.
Hello there, Floyd. I saw Master Chow Chow not so long ago, and he said he's taught you the recipe for something called a meat jackpot. Oh no, I've been rumbled.
Oh my.
Rumbled? You mean you weren't going to tell anyone? No, you don't understand. I just needed some time to perfect the recipe, that's all. I still haven't quite managed to match the taste of the ones they serve at the Sweet Saffron, you see. Almost there, it's just, there's something about the sauce. I haven't managed to get that perfect balance of spice and sweetness right. There really is nothing like it. I think I've worked out what I need to make the magic happen, but unfortunately I don't have quite the right ingredients.
Oh.
So that's what all the mysterious behavior was about. I'm sorry for having been so suspicious of you, Floyd. Why don't I make it up to you by getting you the ingredients you need for the sauce? You do that for me, Your Majesty. Honestly, you're the greatest king a cat could ever hope for. Alright, we'll need to start with the most important ingredients in any good sauce. Apples. Apples? Really? Oh yes, and the apples I have in mind is a very special one indeed. It's grown in rich, fertile soil and bathed in hundreds of hours of golden sunlight to bring out the sweet deliciousness.
Yes.
I'm talking, of course, about a honey apple. They grow in the mountain near Ding Dong Dell. Nothing else will do, Your Majesty. I simply cannot make my sauce without it. Would you be so good as to go and fetch one for me? While you're gone, I'll go over the other ingredients I'm going to need. Alright, one honey apple coming up. Great. Honey apple, good. I need to go talk to Brody again. Well, Brody, I've spoken to Newbie. He's upset because you said he's not allowed to work on certain weapons. Did you say that he wouldn't work on certain things because he's just a child? Listen, Newbie's a great kid, but he sucks. He's super passionate, and his skills are way better than most guys with years of experience. It's not just me saying that, by the way. Everybody in the industry says he's an awesome talent, which is why there's no way I'd ever put him in any danger. Oh, danger?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of our work involves a lot of fumes. Dogfolk have super sensitive lungs, and he's a kid. Besides, there's no way I can let him do that stuff. That's what I meant when I said he was just a kid. It was nothing to do with his talent. I just didn't want him getting hurt. Guess I can understand why he took it the way he, though. So it's all just a big misunderstanding. I knew it. We've got to go set things straight. Totally, but before you do that, can you get me 5 apples? I hate to ask you this, but I need another favor. Please don't. You know the work I was talking about before with the fumes? Well, there is a way to make it safe even for newbie. He just needs to wear a mask made of frosty fluff cotton. We have that, don't we? That way he won't be breathing any of the bad stuff in. Problem is, I'm clean out, and I'm too busy to go get some more. Could you get it for me? Then you can take it to newbie and explain the whole situation. Of course, I'll go and find some right away.
Thanks.
Thanks, man. You'll probably need about 3 clumps of this stuff just to be safe. Let me know how it goes, okay? Alright, let me go talk to the other guy first. Oh, there you are. What's going on, Fido? Oh, King Evan, do not worry. I will be returning to work right away. Bygone's waiting for you, you know. What? My grandfather? Oh, no. I knew it. I knew my armor would displease him. He must be furious. Oh, I cannot face him. I simply cannot. Oh, don't worry, Fido. I'm sure it'll be fine. I was a failure as a soldier, and now I have proven myself to be a failure of an armorer. No wonder my grandfather's angry at me. Please, Your Majesty, I cannot go back and face him now. Will you tell him for me? Please tell him that I am indisposed. Your son is a disappointment. I mean, grandson. Sorry. Your grandson is a disappointment. You should fight him in battle. Hello, Bygone. I'm afraid Fido is, indisposed at the moment. Grr, typical foolish young pup. He thinks I am angry with him, does he not? Oh, how did you know that?
Right.
I know my grandson well enough. He has always lacked faith in himself. I did not come to rage at him. Quite the opposite, in fact. His work is very impressive indeed. In fact, my men refuse to have their armor seen to by anybody else. This is why I came to visit him personally. Thought I should let him know how well I thought he was doing. Goodness. Soldier's armor became part of him, you see. Over time, it becomes impossible to tell where the man ends and the armor begins. It ends at the armor. Of course, most are too embarrassed to admit that, to admit the extent of which they rely on the work of craftspeople like my grandson. Gosh, he really has to hear this. You wouldn't believe how badly he's got the wrong end of the stick. He is still young, little more than a pup, but could you please at least get me 5 carrots to give him? The more I think about it, the more I believe it would be better for you to tell him this. You too are young. He will listen. If he sees me, he will simply run with his tail between his legs. If you do not mind, could you please take him 3 balls of cuddly worm cotton as well? He will understand its significance. I knew it. Cuddly worm cotton? What are you talking about, mister? Alright, I'll see what I can do. I guess we'll just go do this one first. Yeah, I have these, so I should definitely have the cotton for the other stuff. I wonder if my grandfather is still waiting for me. I'm sure that he is. He is far too stubborn to give up and go home.
Hello?
Great news, Fido. Your grandfather's not angry with you at all. Really? No, I do not believe you. He was merely pretending for your benefit, your majesty. As soon as he sees me, he is sure to erupt with fury once again. He really won't, I promise. In fact, he's got something very important to tell you. King Evan, it has been so long, I feel that it would be better now if we were not to meet at all.
Ah.
Oh, I almost forgot. He asked me to give you this. Cuddly warm cotton. Grandfather always used to use this to polish his armor. So that's it. I don't really understand the significance. I spent so much time with him as a young pup. I would sit with him as he polished his armor, listening to his stories. There was a famous armorer in Goldpaw back then. My grandfather would always clean his armor before taking it to him to have improvements made. A soldier's armor grows to become part of him over time. That is what he used to say. And a man who makes his armor becomes his brother. How did you forget that was a thing he said, Fido? That makes it sound like he's pretty into people who make armor. He truly seemed to mean it. He was never a sentimental man, but his bond with the armorer was a true and deep one.
Yeah.
In fact, this is why I sought to become an armorer myself. I think I have always known that I could never be a soldier. But I loved him and respected him so. I wished to have the same bond that he had with this man if I could. I had completely forgotten this. So the cotton is because he would polish his armor for Fido, because Fido's a cool guy. Thank you, King Evan. You have reminded me of exactly why I decided that armor making was my true calling. I must return to my workshop right away. That's wonderful to hear, Fido. But I must confess that I am still a little frightened of him. Would you mind coming with me?
What?
Really? I mean, I don't mind, of course, but you don't need to be frightened, I promise. He's an old man. You can fight him in combat if you need to, Fido. I like when I just have the stuff I need for these quests. Really helps out. You've done my grandson a great service, King Evan. Thank you, and thank you for giving him the cuddly worm cotton, too. You're welcome, by God. I'm just glad you're friends again. I relate it. Not really friends. There was actually another reason why I came here, another thing I wish to discuss with Fido. He has become a fine armorer, as you know, but there is still room to improve. The only way this will happen, however, is if he is exposed to a piece of unsurpassed quality. Damn it! I really thought this quest would be over. For example, some warlord's armor of grade 8 or higher. If my grandson were to spend some time studying a piece such as that, he would learn a great deal, I am certain. I see that I'd better go and find one for him.
Do me a favor.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Fido holds you in the very highest regard, you know. It would mean a great deal to him if you were to present him with the armor himself. Do I have it? What is it, Your Majesty? Oh, you say that my grandfather asked you to bring me something? No items to select. Damn it. Sorry, Fido. My mistake. Alright, well, this is going to be the same thing for this quest too, sadly. But he was not angry with me, was he? I'm rather frightened to ask him directly. So, I mean, I'm going to have to probably make the stuff. What is this? Brody told me to give it to you. You just need to make a face mask out of it and it'll be allowed to work on the weapon he was talking about. But when Brody said you were just a child, it didn't have anything to do with your weapon making abilities. He just didn't want you breathing in this dangerous fume, that's all. So Brody he was worried about me? Or I've been a fool. I must go and speak with him right away. I must apologize. Please come with me though, Evan. Haha, well, it looks like we've sorted out all that misunderstanding. Let's head back to the workshop and make sure they're all friends again. Let's go do that. A lot of back and forth right now.
Hey there.
Hey there, Your Majesty. Thanks for all your help. Newbie's like really good at weapon making, but could you give him like a super rare weapon? Now Newbie's got his mask, he can work on that weapon I was talking about. He'll have mastered it in no time, too. That's wonderful news.
Excuse me.
I know you've done a lot for me already, but I have one last teeny tiny favor to ask. Ken needs to be constantly challenged, man. He needed to be looking at high-grade weapons like the whole time so he can always be learning. So I was thinking if you handed one over, being the king and all, he'd pay extra special attention.
Golly.
Another request? Golly, this kind of sucks for a king to do. It'd be really great if you could bring a Radiant Blade of grade 8 or higher for the little guy. He could learn a lot from studying a piece like that. He needs to study the blades!
Whoa.
I have nothing. I need to probably make them. I don't know if they are available to just find.
Wow.
But I'm assuming it's like a thing that I would just need to make. And I could probably do it right now. It was a, Radiant Blade and Warlord armor. Was there, I think there was another thing I might be able to research here. No. Just didn't not want to talk to you. Warlord's armor, grade 8. I don't have any, do I? Like a basic one? Because I think I could just upgrade those. Probably would be better if I just looked at what I can make. Armor. Warlord armor. I think I have that somewhere, don't I? No, I think it would tell me if I own one, even if it doesn't have anything on it. Grade 8. Like that? I think that's what they mean, right? Not the boosting one. Well, no. I might equip it. It might be good, actually, but... Here you go, have some vengeful armor. This is what my grandfather asked you to bring me. That's right, he thought you might be able to learn a lot by studying the armor, not the blade. Not yet. I see.
Thanks.
Thank you, Your Majesty, for everything. There is not a day that goes by that I do not feel blessed to have had the opportunity to come to your kingdom. Thanks to you, I feel that I am close to realizing my dream than ever, and to my grandfather, too, I will not let you down, either of you. I know you won't fight her. You've changed so much since I first met you. It's wonderful to see. Great. We got Enigma Prisms. And then this was the Radiant Blade. Yeah, Radiant Blade. Grade 8 as well. Cuddly Fleshke? There's some, like, I'm assuming a lot of these are probably not things I can find. Because there's a lot of them. I don't, actually think I can make it right now. I think I need to upgrade one more time to be able to make a Radiant Blade. Unless if it's, like, something else, but I don't assume it should be here. I think if I look at the, if I look here... Not that, I didn't want to get my money. I mean, money's always nice, but I didn't need it. If I go here, look at the research. There's the, list. Yeah, Radiant Blade's here. So I need to get someone with brute strength before I can actually do that. Alright, what other side quests then? A couple more. Let me go to the side here so I can talk to some other people. Get them, if their quests are like done, just get them out of the way. You're still dying? I'm still dying.